Hey, what's up guys, it's LeMar DeVente, back with another Beyblade Burst review, and today I have Spriggan Requiem. So this is very special, because this is the 100th Beyblade Burst product. So we're just going to quickly go over the box. So right here it shows that it's owned by Shu Kurenai, because he actually is Red Eye. And it was created using these 4 bays, which was the God Valkyrie, Nightmare Longinus, Sieg Excalibur, and Drain Fafnir, which I'll explain a bit more after. This is in fact a balance type, and it's left and right spin. So the parts here is Spriggan Requiem for the layer, the disc is 0, and then the driver is Zeta, and so left and right spin as I said, and the driver can actually change between 3 tips, which is great. It shows the launcher up here, left and right spin. These are stats for it, which is like strength, power, or actually strength and power would be the same, and how you can customize it. So the recommended combo is Spriggan Requiem 0 under bearing, which does sound powerful. But that's pretty much all for this box, and let's dig right into what's inside. Alright, so now we have the Beyblade out of the box, and I actually just want to go over the launcher real quick. So this is the handle and the actual ripcord, or winder as the Takara Tomy name is, and it comes with a left and right light launcher here. As you can see, it's in black, and you just insert it into one of these sides as it says on the top, left or right, and then you launch. What's actually interesting about this is that we received this before with Legend Spriggan, and it does have a different handle here, but it actually is longer. So if I can get this, as you guys can see, it's actually a longer winder, which is amazing. It's going to be more powerful because of that. And the colors on the launchers were actually swapped. And I think it's actually pretty cool, and I really think that they did a great job with that. So, putting that aside, let's get right into the bay. So, we have Spriggan Requiem, which is the layer here. As we can see, it's gold, red, and white. So, this white over here is actually the rubber, and the one inside is the tabs for the launcher. So, here's a look at the underside. It's actually fairly round, to be completely honest, and we can see it has 2 sets of teeth. And let's get something to put behind there. I actually have my proto launcher over here, or so that should help you guys see the teeth. Even though it's white on white, it'll help. Or I could even just try using the launcher ripcord. So, tall teeth there, and let's go to the other set of teeth over here. It also has tall teeth. Wow, so very tall teeth. It's like 2 tall and then 2 like medium. But overall, it's pretty good. And along with that, it has a nice shape. So it does have a bit of a lift over here where it's a bit more risen, as you can see. And it's also a bit taller up there. So it seems like it's mostly a defensive layer, to be completely honest. And also it has the rubber there, which does help. And it's supposed to be used for spin sealing / spin equalization. Whoops. And, yeah, it's a pretty powerful layer as well from what I know. And here's the metal gut chip in the center, which does make it a bit heavier. Now we move on to our disc here, which is 0. So it's very round. And if you use it with a disc, so I have my God Valkyrie here, actually. If you guys saw my video, I did damage it. And now, I kind of had to put it out of commission, but I'm probably going to keep using it a bit more now until it does fully break. So you can put a disc on here, and if you put something like Glaive Bump, it will make it much rounder, and I know this is the heaviest core disc right now. So combined with a frame, it would be extremely round and should have very good stamina. So this is also a very good part to have, and I would say it's competitively good on quite a few combos. Now we know that we have 2 very competitive parts here, and now we get to the driver here, which is Zeta. So, what is the gimmick of this Beyblade? Well, I'll tell you, because you're able to switch between 3 different tips. So you have our defense here, attack, and stamina. So this tip right here is fusion, which is from the original Spriggan, which was Spriggan Spread Fusion. It's a flat tip with a ball in the center, so it can go aggressive, or it can just stay in the center. Very interesting to have, and I guess that's why it's called Requiem, because it's not at the original. Now we have our defensive tip, which is massive. And this was, this really reminds me of the one that we got on Wyvern Armed Massive. And then we have our attack tip, which is Quake, which came on both Minoboros, the original and Mad Minoboros. So then you just click it in, and then you're set, and you can use that tip, and then to do it, you just get your fingernail under there or something, and then you just turn it. So, honestly, very nice. I honestly think it's actually a bit niche, or niche, however you guys want to pronounce it. So I'm not sure how good this would be, but I actually have used the defense one before when I was at Zanky's house recording some videos, and I really did like the defensive tip, which isn't this one. But overall, our parts look very good. So it's time to assemble the Beyblade. But quickly, I just want to show that it is a left and right spin Beyblade. So you take your launcher handle right here, and you'll put it into the bottom. So you'll have to align this gap over here, let's just zoom in, the gap along with the area sticking out on here. So when you do that, you will twist, and then after it'll click when you are in your new spin direction. So very nice, and you can do the same with the LR launcher. So it has the prongs at the bottom over here, which does the exact same thing. But let's assemble the Beyblade now. It has 2 tall teeth and 2 medium on both sides, I believe. But even then, it does have a round shape, making it very powerful. So overall, this Beyblade does look amazing. I love how they put a blue metal god chip in the center, and the white rubber is a nice change-up. So I'm going to do a comparison of this to a few other bays. Alright, so our first comparison is going to be with Legend Spriggan, which it technically did evolve from. So, a quick look at the layer. As we can see, this has a giant S, which is also supposed to be an axe, while this one only has the smaller axe, which, so, as you can see, the more defined axe is the evolved version. It also does keep the head of Spriggan, as we can see, but really does change the design of it, giving it the rubber, which is supposed to be like the hair, I believe. Though it does look fairly similar, and it doesn't have the upper, but still, it looks pretty similar. It has the god chip, the metal god chip as well, except this one is blue while this one is metal, which makes it look a bit more unfinished. And the layer does look like an absolute upgrade to its previous version. Now for the discs. This is completely round. You know, it's supposed to be the perfect Beyblade. Well, this one was supposed to be jaggy and very aggressive, just like the layer was, like the whole concept of this Beyblade was. And the drivers, which are significantly different. So this is based off Unite, which was Storm Spriggan's driver. And it was upgraded, and of course, it's mostly an aggressive driver. Well, this is supposed to switch between 3 different tips, as I showed before, so right now I have it on the Fusion, which is supposed to be, I would say, a throwback to the original Spriggan. And, that's all. The concepts between these have completely changed. This is supposed to be the perfect Bay, while this was just supposed to be a very aggressive version of Spriggan. But I think it's time to show what it was based off of as well, what attributes it took. So, we have our bays here. So, we have Valkyrie, Fafnir, Excalibur, and Longinus. So, first off, it did take the rubber from Fafnir, which is very evident. And, it does seem like it has a bit more of it, actually, which is very surprising. Then, it took the metal from Sieg Excalibur, as seen in the center, from the metal god chip. Then it took the right spin ability from God Valkyrie, which is just on every Beyblade. That I can't really say it's even from God Valkyrie. And then it took left spin from Nightmare Longinus, though I feel like the original did that as well. So overall, it is supposed to be combining the abilities of all those 4 Beyblades, and I think that actually does embody that. But that's all for that, and it's time to get on to some epic test battles. Alright, so we're at the base game. I have Spriggan Requiem, and I'm going to be doing the test spins in left spin mode and changing the driver tips. So, I have the launcher that was given, so let's try out our stamina mode. 3, 2, 1, go, shoot! So, it's not very aggressive right now. As it wears, it should become a bit more aggressive, and we can see it's actually a bit unbalanced. That's all for that. Now, let's switch the mode to defense mode. So this should not be as aggressive. 3, 2, 1, go, shoot! So it does have some aggressiveness to it, but it's supposed to be a bit more stationary. But it's also why I really like this mode of it, because it's very, very aggressive. So now it goes a bit more stationary. And let's switch to our last driver mode, which is going to be the Quake mode for attack. So, 3, 2, 1, go, shoot! So, it is just super crazy. Wow, so that was pretty insane. But now it's time for us to do a test battle, and I think the best opponent is Louie's Nightmare Longinus. So we're going to do 3 test battles, one with each tip mode of Requiem, and let's get right into it. Starting off, I have it in stamina mode. 3, 2, 1, go, shoot! Go, shoot! Whoa, okay. And, wow, Longinus ended up taking that, and it was in the final mode as well. So, time to go into our next round. So, Requiem's in defense mode. 3, 2, 1, go, shoot! Go, shoot! Whoa, crazy attacks right now. Nearly did KO it. And let's see how this goes. So Longinus is not touched. Oh, never mind. Getting some few hits. And, oh man, Requiem ended up winning that, bursting it. So, and it didn't even lose clicks either. So that's very good for Requiem. But now time for the final battle. So now Requiem is in attack mode. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Go shoot. Whoa, big hit right there. Oh, catching up on the ridge. Gave a bit of attacks. Right now, they're just getting some strong hits on. It's going to be a match of stamina or who can burst who. Wow! And with that, Requiem ended up winning. But you know what? I think we need to do just one single battle more. So let's go to our final round. Requiem is in attack mode. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! Go shoot! Oh man, what's going to go on? Some minor attacking, I would say. What's gonna go on? Come on! Requiem! Oh, battle of stamina. And Requiem ended up taking the win. So it's time for us to finish off this video like it finished off Longinus. Haha. Alright, so that's all for this review. Overall, I think it's a great Beyblade. The layer is very versatile, and it's going to be good for defense and stamina, I think. And as well, it comes with one of the heaviest discs right now, and with a frame, it should perform very good on defense and stamina combos, and that's my opinion on it. And I really like the driver. It's very fun, reminds me of very eras, and most of all, it looks beautiful without any stickers. So that's all for this video. If you guys like this video, leave a like, and if you want to be updated for all my Beyblade and Bakugan content, hit that subscribe button down below. And as well, thanks to Zanky, please check him out, link in the description below. And I want to know, what do you guys think of this Beyblade? As well, I want to know if you guys like these style of videos. Let me know what you guys like and dislike about it. So, thanks for watching, and remember to blade on!